Alright. So we're in the castle, and I just realized I forgot to buy oil. Normally, non-thief characters don't need oil, but I'm actually going to need it. But I should be alright just this once.
Door hinges squeak in protest as you open the door.
As long as I'm doing this during the day, it should be fun.
You put your ear up again. The door's rusty hinges give out a squeak as you open it.
The maintenance around here has really gotten a pot. I'm hoping I can remember the way to Tanya's room. It's kind of a labyrinth.
It's as white as a sheet. Perhaps it's the ghost of some poor benighted soul who fell to his death while trying to take in the laundry. You shiver as the ghost passes through you. A cold chill remains behind.
Has nothing to do with the story, it's just a little bit of atmosphere.
Kablooey! You got the chest open but set off an explosion in the process. The chest was trapped. You take 15 crowns from a pouch in the safe. The safe also contains several papers and some old clothes, but they have deteriorated with age and are worthless. So you leave them.
That's where I put my favorite baseball cap. In the safe.
You take 6 kopecks that you find loose in the cabinet.
There's more money and stuff that you can find crawling around this place.
Door hinges squeak in protest as you open the door.
The fact that each door gives you so many options is really meant... It fills you with a sense of anxiety the first time you're playing this game because you don't know what's happening. It's a little safer during the day.
Hinges squeak in protest as you open the...
There is one door that will kill you if you open it during the night without being careful.
Door hinges...
Now this should be Tanya's room.
You hear heavy breathing beyond the door. It reminds you of a hibernating bear.
Tanya's door... Whoops. Whoops. There goes my perfect system. Now, as long as there's no issues with this video, that shouldn't be a problem. Tanya's door only opens at night. In fact, here, I'll even show you what happens if I try to open the door. Bodyguard says, no!
The monster doesn't seem to like you letting light into the room. Maybe you would have better luck at night.
It's alright, I'm just gonna...
After some rest, you
sit on the steps here for 4 hours. Oh my god, the sun is never gonna set. Thank you.
You politely knock on the door. Fortunately, there's no response.
Who is it, Toby?
Oh my god!
came to visit while I was sleeping? Did you ask him what he wanted?
She sounds like a character from DuckTales.
Well then, ask him now.
You say, hello.
Hello? Do you live in the castle now too?
That is a horrifying little girl.
You tell about yourself.
I never met a real hero before. Why'd you come here?
You start to tell what you're doing here.
Toby, it's not polite to interrupt. How many times do I have to tell you that?
You tell her about the innkeepers.
I miss my mommy and my daddy. But I can never go home. Not now.
The hell kind
Toby
of creature
says
is he?
this is my home now.
That is just the creepiest little girl.
My mommy and daddy don't like me anymore. I did something bad and now they don't want to see me ever again. Sometimes I miss my mommy and daddy. I know, Toby, you and Aunt Trina take good care of me. I wouldn't
Trina.
want to leave you ever. But I still miss my mommy. Toby used to visit me at the inn. My mommy and daddy would not like it if they saw Toby. They wouldn't let me play with him, so I didn't tell them about him. One day, Toby brought me a beautiful doll. I never had a real doll before. I named her Vanna. But when my mommy saw Vanna, she got real mad. She tried to make me tell about Toby. My mommy and
where
daddy
he
yelled
touched
at
me.
me. They
too
scared
much?
me.
She's
They
just
took
creeping me out,
Vanna
man. It's hard to
away,
be funny
and
when
they
she's
wouldn't
looking
let
at me
me
with
see
those
her
eyes.
ever again. I didn't want them to do that to Toby, so I ran away with him. Aunt Trina says my mommy and daddy won't like me now. She says they will be scared of me like they were scared of Vanna. I don't want my mommy and daddy scared of me. I will never go back again. I know, Toby. You should go now. I don't want to talk about bad things.
There's so much stuff we could talk to her about, but I think we got the general point.
What is that? Toby, let him in. Toby, he has our dolly. Vanna, I thought I lost you. Look, Toby, it's Vanna. Thank you for bringing her to me. I thought she was lost. Where did you find her?
You tell Tanya how her mummy misses her.
I miss my mommy too. Sometimes I want to cry, but I can't anymore. I just feel sad.
You tell her about the
this is
inn
tragic.
and how sad it is without her.
If I went back to the inn, I'd never be afraid of the dark again.
Because I am a creature
Toby
of the sea.
says that everyone would be afraid of me now. I don't want them to be afraid of me. Toby says he wants me to be happy and he'll do anything for me. He says he'd take me back to the inn, but someone would try to hurt me, so he won't. Toby says I have to stay in the castle. People might get scared and try to hurt me in the town. And I have to go to bed in the daytime now. He says you should go because you make me sad. Thinking of my mommy and daddy makes me sad.
It's those flashing eyes that make it worse.
You say goodbye to Toby and Tanya.
Goodbye. Come again some other night.
Yeah, sure, I'd love to break into this creepy-ass castle another night.
There's nothing.
Alright, so we do have to break into the castle one more time, but first we gotta make it worth our while. And I'll get some oil so we can hear that interesting conversation.
There's something strange about the volumes of Tobin's Spirit Encyclopedia, subtitled To Pass Beyond the Veil, on these shelves.
This is the most ridiculous puzzle ever. Tobin's Spirit Guide, by the way, a nice little Ghostbusters reference. I know they call it Spirit Encyclopedia, but the reference is the same.
Door hinges.
I might have to fight some bats. Yep. Okay, magic use is not gonna work. Come at me, bro. And I'm poisoned. Why did you try to jump? I think I've been seeing Dr. Cranium every morning for a while now.
The only effect is a tingling sensation. But if Dr. Cranium is to be trusted, you should now be safe from poison. For a while. Door
There's other rooms in this castle. There's a room with a wraith in it where you win
reach up
some money.
to put the candle back. It's a fake candle. When you move
Young
it,
Frankenstein,
a secret
nice.
passage opens up behind the bookshelf.
Put the candle back.
As you
Whew.
You have entered an eerie, deserted graveyard. Strange moans wail through the trees.
I've been here before.
And mysterious
I've been here a
lights
couple
seem to
times.
flicker and fade among the tombstones. Two large crypts dominate the cemetery.
You'll see now it's not bleeding. Sometimes, though, a lightning bolt will hit it, and the tombstone will bleed. Just to add to this game's creepy atmosphere. I wonder how late the gypsies are up.
Welcome, welcome. Come now, what can I do for you? What is it you seek here?
I seek gypsy wisdom.
If you wish to know about her, why don't you visit her yourself? She will be happy to speak with you. She was most impressed. Is it not great to feel the music in your blood and dance the night away? The life of a gypsy is sometimes very sweet.
I believe if you talk to him enough, you'll find out that that woman you were dancing with is his wife, but he's cool with it.
Last night I had a most strange vision. I saw you standing in the forest. You were not near any water, yet I thought you were fishing. You threw something into the air that looked like a bird, and yet not a bird. The bushes rustled, then started moving towards the strange yellow bird. That was all I saw. It was most strange.
Yeah, you saw the solution for how to get the... what's-it?
Many are the kinds of the dead which do not rest. Some are harmless, some most helpful, but most are extremely dangerous. Some, like the Rusalki, are victims of crimes.
Oh God,
others, like the rapes, are the spirits of criminals who cannot rest. But most powerful and fearsome of all are the Nosferatu, the vampires.
Vampires.
You tell about some of your adventures.
Ah, you tell strange stories, but I can sense that you speak true. You have lived the most exciting life. I do not think this valley will be the same when you leave. I have always had dreams and visions. Some of these are true events. Some are only what could be true. These visions are, like most dreams, clouded in mists. Their meanings, too, are very shadowy. If you wish to learn of your future, allow me to look into the cards.
No.
You have only to give me a crown, and I will give you a reading, huh?
We don't have that kind of time, lady.
The old rulers of this land, the boyars of the castle, were the Borgov family. They ruled this land for as long as my people remember. The last boyar was a strange man, so it is said. What became of him, I do not know. Only that his son left the valley in shame and horror.
Wow.
When we heard rumors that Borgov Castle was again inhabited, we brought our wagons to Mordavia. We thought perhaps the old boyar's son had returned, and we could trade with him again. We met with the gatekeeper, who said that the Borgov family was dead. Oh, the castle was now owned by a distant cousin who promised to protect this valley as a true boyar. So we did some trading with the gatekeeper, but never saw signs of this Borgov cousin. Soon after this, the rain started to fall, and we were trapped here.
This is all very fascinating, but you're not actually going to help me.
You say goodbye.
Right now.
Farewell. Perhaps another time I will read your future for a coin, huh?
Actually, she does the reading. Maybe they'll talk to me about Arana's staff tomorrow. There is one other person who's an expert on stabs here. It's a magical staff. If you'll remember from the last game, there's one thing you don't do with a magical staff. Just for fun, I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway.
You are a very foolish creature. You must never use that spell on a true magical staff. You could easily have been destroyed that way. Fortunately, this one is just a spell. You have been tempted by a mere illusion, but there is a true staff in Mordavia, the Staff of Irana. Before the staff may be claimed, there must be a sacrifice made. One life for that of another. You must bring about that sacrifice. Once you have completed the sacrifice, you will need to perform the ritual of release, which you can use to free the staff from its confinement. I will teach you this ritual. In return, you must come back here when you have Irana's staff.
You are suddenly filled with the knowledge of the ritual of release, a spell of breaking magical bonds.
Okay, to be fair, this one doesn't carry over to the next game either, but this spell only has one use. It's for story purposes. I don't think it counts. Now, with that, I might have what I need. To free baby Tanya. Oh, no. He has yet to use a single special attack. I don't know how to use a special attack. I think it's pretty cool. Being a wizard means never having to get up close to the enemy.
Searching for the fallen beast, you find nothing of value, unless you were planning to start a flea circus.
I could have tried to cast that hide spell. It's kind of a useless spell, but I think it would let me avoid getting into fights. I was worried I just started the game again or something.
You thirst for more wisdom? Oh, you are greedy. But it is knowledge only that brings long life.
I've always said this.
The magician Irana's death is shrouded in mystery. I do not know her true fate, but I only know that her staff protects the town and her garden protects anyone in need of safety. The Staff of Irana has a great deal of magic. It protects the town from the undead. Although, between you
Here we go.
and me, the townspeople do not know it. But I had a vision of it one night. I heard
Is it like your vision of
speak
me
in
with a
a
rubber
dream.
chicken?
It told me how it protected the town and of its destiny spell. When the staff spoke no more, I saw a most beautiful crystal floating in the air. The staff touched it, and the crystal shattered. Oh, that was all I saw. In my vision, the staff said that it would guard the town until it cast its destiny spell. That one day, someone would bring a dead loved one before the staff. That person would trade his life force through the staff. The dead would rise, alive and well, though the one who gave his life for the
a heck
dead
of a
would never
spell.
know. That would be a true sacrifice, done with foreknowledge and with much love. The staff still stands in the town, so I do not think anyone has been willing to make such a sacrifice.
Tell about your meeting with Katrina.
I have no knowledge of such a person. Much is strange about your story. I would not entirely trust this Katrina if I were you.
But she's hot. Alright.
You say goodbye.
Farewell, and be careful.
That's not the same voice actress. That was very strange. Guess they realized at the last second they forgot to record a line? Oh. Dude, stick to the fire. The fire screws him up. Believe that's
You've
a
returned
revenant.
the revenant to its rest. With any luck, it'll stay dead this time. It exudes the delicate aroma of rotting flesh. You find some copper kopecks on the no longer undead.
So is it now re-dead?
You are so exhausted that everything you do hurts.
Done and done.
You are in this weird and wonderful place once more. This time you remember all the times you have been here before. And despite the beauty, you are afraid. You listen for the voice. It calls out for you.
It's getting quicker, isn't it?
You feel the darkness surround you, and you remember dying. You are overwhelmed with terror, and you remember running away. Your lungs struggle in the agony of no air, and you remember screaming. You are helpless and hopeless, and you remember the eternal loneliness. With all your remaining strength, you reach out to touch the voice. You gradually...
Man, those dreams suck.
Good day.
Yeah. We are winding down here.
More missing people. Now old Nikolai is gone. What is this town
Nikolai's been gone
coming
for a
to?
while. I don't talk to you very often, do I? So
Yes, my
much
husband
money,
used
all
to-
of it useless. Alright, so now, in theory, I've got everything I need, and we can free the little girl.
The crypt door...
The tombstone started bleeding again.
The small...
Yeah.
After following the dark passage for several minutes,
And we're back here again.
you carefully...
Alright, we're gonna rest here till nightfall so we can have that fun sequence. Sorry, having a little mouse trouble there.
After some...
Almost just sleeping in this cold castle for hours at a time.
After some...
Okay. Just to make sure.
hear voices beyond the upper door. Two people seem to be having an argument in the next room. You
It's a good thing this is
carefully
not
oil
King's
the
Quest
door
3 or those
hinges
stairs
to
would kill
prevent
me.
revealing squeaks. You carefully open the door just a little so you can hear better and look through
That's
the
why
crack.
you need the oil.
Everything is going according to plan. My plan. I am not interested in your petty revenge scheme.
You cannot trust
That
him.
is some
He
hair.
will attempt to destroy you the moment he realizes what you truly are.
No, he is already attracted to me. I want him to act from his own free will and not be some puppet whose string I hold.
That is a hell of an
After all,
outfit. A hell
if
of a
I
hair.
only wanted a puppet, I could have used you.
There will come the day, Katrina, when I will be the Dark Master, and you will be only a memory.
You would love to destroy me, wouldn't you? You hated me from the moment we met, but you thought you could use me, didn't you? You were blinded by your own ego. I have always been your master, and you my mere apprentice.
I will have my revenge.
On whom? The
And now we
hero
know who our
or
bad guys are.
Both of you.
Oh, it is so easy to make you lose your temper. That is why you will never be the Dark Master. You let your overwhelming pride override your thinking.
Now that we
Ignoring
had that
the
little bit of
voices,
fun out of the
you
way.
fling the door open and stride through into the castle's
shoot.
great hall. The doors...
Okay. It scared me for a second, because I thought they were done and they'd leave, and then it sounded like they weren't.
You shiver as...
There's actually another ghost in the next game that does the same thing. It's completely useless. But I think it was something they meant to throw in as a paladin quest. Fifth game's got a lot of issues, and we'll address it when we get to it. It plays fine the way it is, but there's a lot of unimplemented stuff. Yeah, I don't care about the squeaky doors so much right now. They're there to scare you and add ambiance.
Hello. Vanna is so happy to be back with us now.
Squeaky little girl.
He's our friend now, Toby. He's not a stranger.
That really did not comfort me at all.
You tell about Irana's staff and how it can make Tanya back into a real little girl again.
I like the staff. It always made such pretty flowers in town. You say it will make me all better and I won't be a bad thing anymore?
You nod your head.
Yeah?
Oh, Toby, I
think
can
they'll still
see
be
my
creepy,
mommy
though.
and daddy again. Toby asks, what else will the staff do?
It'll kill
You
somebody.
try to explain about sacrifice.
Toby says he understands. He says you should take us to the staff now, so I can be with my mommy and daddy again. Oh,
That is one
Feels weird
noble
here.
beast.
kinda happy. Icky. I'm scared. I know you'll protect me, Toby, but who will protect you? Okay, Toby. I'll protect you.
You cast the ritual of release.
See, I don't actually do it, so I don't think it counts as a real spell.
The
I don't know what
sacrifice
kind
of
of
life
monster Toby is.
for love.
You never see that kind of monster ever
Your
again.
love for the child is
But he is a
great.
noble beast.
You see Toby silently nod his head.
Will you trade your life to give life to the child? Will you die willingly for the one you love?
No, Toby, no!
So shall the sacrifice be done.
That is love.
So is the sacrifice complete. I am again the staff of Irana.
You feel Irana's staff become a part of you. Now it is your staff as well when you choose to summon it.
I'm so sorry, Toby.
Oh, that is so much better. Oh my god.
I didn't protect you too good, did I? I love you too, Toby.
You take the sobbing child in your arms and carry her to the inn. You awaken her parents and are overwhelmed by their gratitude and joy. It is long before you manage to escape to the peace of your own room for what is left of the night. You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
The gnome does a farewell performance of jokes, and I missed it.
I must thank you for saving our Tanya. You have brought joy again into our lives. We are in your debt.
Then could you give me back all the money I've spent here?
A voice from behind the door.
Oh, so he's still here.
Welcome. As a matter of fact, I just got some candy from my Aunt Jemima. Go on, have a piece.
You know you will be sorry if you do, and sorry if you don't.
No, just sorry if I do.
That's my auntie, always making me laugh when I'm blue. No, you're blue. That's right. Did you hear the one about the vampire architect? He designed the Vampire State Building. Always leave you laughing, I always say.
You unlock the door to your room and go in.
I still think the next video is going to be the last one. What I have to do, I need to wait until it's nighttime. So I'll tell you what. We'll end this video here, and when we pick it up next time, it'll be nighttime.